The moment Rowan Hale heard the words, his entire world seemed to stop. The bustling city skyline shimmered beyond the glass walls of the executive office, sunlight flooding the room, but he could barely breathe. Across from him sat Celeste Vance, one of the youngest and most successful CEOs in the country, a woman whose name appeared on magazine covers and business headlines every month. Yet her voice had carried none of the confidence that had built a billion-dollar company. Instead, it carried something fragile. Something human. She had looked at him with eyes full of uncertainty and quietly admitted that she wanted a baby and needed his help. Rowan felt frozen in place. He was a single father already, raising his 7-year-old daughter after losing his wife years earlier. He knew what parenthood demanded. He knew the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the fears that arrived without warning. Most importantly, he knew how much love it required. And now, sitting inside one of the most powerful offices in the city on a bright afternoon, he realized his life was about to change forever. Before we continue, if you believe kindness deserves a second chance and that unexpected blessings can appear when life feels impossible, please like this video, comment where you're watching from, share this story with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to Love and Destiny for more emotional journeys. Rowan had never planned on working for someone like Celeste. 2 years earlier, he had been struggling to keep his small design business alive while caring for his daughter, Isla. Medical bills from his late wife's illness had left him drowning in debt. Every morning started before sunrise, and every night ended with worry. Then came an opportunity. Celeste's technology company needed a creative consultant for a major project. Rowan accepted the contract purely for survival. What surprised him was not the work. It was Celeste. Behind the sharp business suits and flawless presentations was a woman carrying invisible scars. She worked longer hours than anyone else. She rarely attended social events. She smiled often but laughed almost never. Over time, Rowan noticed something others missed. Loneliness. The same loneliness he felt after losing his wife. The same emptiness that waited in quiet rooms after everyone else had gone home. Their professional relationship slowly became a friendship built on mutual respect. They talked during lunch breaks, shared stories about childhood dreams, and occasionally discussed the struggles nobody else understood. Celeste never spoke much about her personal life. But one afternoon everything changed. A simple conversation turned unexpectedly emotional. She admitted that despite her success, she had spent years sacrificing relationships to build her company. Every promotion came at the cost of personal happiness. Every achievement pushed family dreams further away. Now she was approaching 40. And she feared time was slipping away. For the first time, Rowan saw tears gathering in her eyes. Not because of business pressure. Because of regret. Days passed after that conversation. Neither of them mentioned it again. But something had shifted. Rowan found himself thinking about her words while making breakfast for Isla. He thought about them while driving through sunlit streets and while watching parents play with their children in the park. Life had given him fatherhood unexpectedly. It had become the greatest gift he had ever received. Maybe that was why Celeste's pain felt so real to him. One Saturday afternoon, Isla accompanied Rowan to a company family event hosted in a large outdoor garden. Employees brought children, spouses, and relatives. Music played softly beneath clear blue skies. Celeste attended as the host. She greeted everyone politely and professionally. Then something remarkable happened. Isla ran up to her carrying a drawing she had made. The little girl proudly handed over the colorful picture, explaining every detail with childish excitement. For the next 20 minutes, Celeste sat on the grass listening. Really listening. Laughing. Smiling. Being completely present. Rowan watched from a distance. And for the first time, he saw not a CEO. He saw a future mother. The realization struck him harder than he expected. Because the warmth between them felt natural. Beautiful. Almost destined. Weeks later, Celeste finally shared the full truth. She wasn't asking for charity. She wasn't making a business proposal. She simply trusted Rowan more than anyone else in her life. She believed he was kind, responsible, honest. The qualities she hoped a child would inherit. The responsibility terrified him. Yet deep down, another emotion emerged. Respect. Perhaps even love. Not the dramatic kind seen in movies. The quiet kind built through understanding and shared struggles. As months passed, they spent more time together discussing possibilities, fears, and expectations. Their conversations became longer. Their friendship deepened. Meanwhile, Isla unexpectedly formed her own bond with Celeste. The little girl often invited her to school performances, weekend picnics, and ice cream outings. Each invitation chipped away at the walls Celeste had built around her heart. One evening, after attending Isla's school concert, Celeste remained seated long after the audience left. Children hugged their parents. Families celebrated together. Sunlight faded into a soft evening glow. And tears quietly rolled down her cheeks. Not tears of sadness. Tears of longing. Rowan sat beside her in silence. No speeches. No promises. Just understanding. Sometimes that is what people need most. Months later, life delivered the news neither of them would ever forget. Celeste was expecting a child. The moment she shared the news, her hands trembled. Her voice cracked. And Rowan felt something extraordinary. He wasn't simply helping someone achieve a dream. He was witnessing a miracle. The following months brought challenges. Public attention intensified. Business rumors spread. Critics judged decisions they did not understand. But Celeste faced every obstacle with courage. And Rowan stood beside her. Not because he had to. Because he wanted to. Together they discovered that family isn't always created through traditional paths. Sometimes family is built through trust. Through compassion. Through showing up when someone needs you most. As the baby's arrival approached, Isla decorated a small nursery with handmade drawings and bright colors. Every wall reflected excitement. Every corner reflected hope. Then came the day everything changed forever. A beautiful baby boy entered the world on a bright spring morning. The sunlight pouring through hospital windows felt almost symbolic. Like life itself was celebrating. Celeste held her son and cried openly. Years of loneliness. Years of sacrifice. Years of wondering if motherhood would ever happen. All dissolved in that single moment. Nearby stood Rowan and Isla. Neither spoke. Neither needed to. The joy on Celeste's face said everything. If this story has touched your heart so far, take a moment to like the video, leave a comment, and share it with someone who believes family can be created through love, trust, and courage. Special request: comment below with the word hope if you believe life can still surprise us with beautiful blessings when we least expect them. Years later, people would still recognize Celeste as a successful CEO. They would still admire her achievements and business accomplishments. But the title she cherished most was much simpler. Mom. And Rowan discovered something unexpected too. Sometimes helping another person heal can heal a part of yourself. The little family they created wasn't perfect. No family ever is. But it was built on kindness, respect, and genuine love. And in a world often focused on power and success, that became their greatest achievement of all. Because destiny does not always arrive the way we expect. Sometimes it walks quietly into our lives on an ordinary day, changes everything, and leaves us forever grateful that we had the courage to say yes.